Welcome back to The Revenue Recipe, the show brought to you by Sellerant, your growth ally, here to help you drive more engagement, qualify leads faster and better, and accelerate sales growth. I'm here with the founder and CGO, Kenan Rappuchi. Kenan, what's good, man?
Hey, this is the best ever, being on a podcast with you and talking to founders about how to overcome growth barriers and dropping in a few tidbits that help them actually get it done. So I love this. Thanks for having me.
Some tidbits, man. That's what we're here for. We're going to be here each week, bringing you one topic, 3 questions, 3 answers, and a tactic, technique, or tool over the course of about 10 minutes to help you do all this stuff better. This week, we're going to talk about how to forecast sales for a scaling business. Now, Kenan, what is a sales forecast? What's a simple definition? And honestly, why do I even need one?
So first of all, let's talk about scaling. And this is often misunderstood. So you're scaling well after you have product market fit. This means that you've got customers, they love your product, you've made 10, 20, 50 sales, and you need the next 500, okay? So that's scaling. It's not struggling to look for product market fit. It's you are crossing of the chasm, you are ready to put efficiency in to scale. So a sales forecast, simply defined, is a justifiable guess at what your sales are going to be 3, 6, 12, 18 months from now. It's simply put, it's what can I justify as not only a growth rate, but actual revenue numbers. And you need one for 2 main reasons. Number one, if you're scaling, you've got to figure out where efficiency comes in. And what that means is being able to double or triple your revenue without doubling or tripling your staff or your overhead. So you need to know what that forecast is going to be, because costs are going to change. Market labor rates are going to change. The only constant is change. So that forecast is not only critical, it's a requirement to run your business for sustainability. Otherwise, you're just winging it. And if you don't have a forecast that's properly prepared, that you can justify, you're in deep shit.
Wait, so let me push on this a little bit. So you're talking about how to scale your sales without having to scale your staff, your overhead, and so forth. Why is the sales forecast the input on that process? Why is that the important piece rather than like looking at the expense piece of it? Why is that the determinant? I don't fully understand that.
Great question. So we're talking about a forecast for a scaling business.
Yeah.
The definition of scale is to increase your profits at a greater rate than you increase your expenses. So being able to accurately forecast your revenue gives you strategic plans and a jump on hiring effectively, onboarding effectively, and offboarding or terminating staff and or vendors or partners when it's not working. So the forecast is your governing body. It's your governing metric. It's the guiding light that makes business decisions for you based on your progress to goal over time.
Okay. So I've never built one. Where do I start?
CRM. Okay. If you don't have one, you're well behind the times. You're not ready to scale. So you have to have a properly configured set of data. That doesn't mean a great Excel spreadsheet. You have to have a properly configured CRM with data around top of funnel metrics, prospects in, leads developed, prospects qualified, proposals sent, rate of win, total customer average lifetime value, total first year account value, and any other metrics that you need to create a justifiable guess. Without that data, you are lost. And if you don't have it now, get it. Real quick pro tip. If you're not on HubSpot and you're thinking about getting on HubSpot, look us up, send me a DM on LinkedIn. I'll get you set up with Caleb Popelka, our director of HubSpot Growth Systems. He will walk you through really quickly how easily it is to set up HubSpot Sales Enterprise or Pro for a properly built forecast.
what can I do to make the forecast a reality and not just eventually a guess? Like you used the word guess earlier. Like what can you do to make it like a real, formal, and successful forecast?
Yeah, so you start with the right data. What you need to do is you need to look at first at market conditions. Who are your competitors? How are they gaining traction? You need to have this data. So knowing their growth rates, and an easy way to know that is looking on their LinkedIn page for insights, seeing if they're hiring, seeing if they've got job recs open, right? Especially around marketing or sales.
Yeah.
If they do, that indicates that they're either growing or struggling to grow. So you can find information about recent wins if you know how to use AI, which everybody does. Number two, the direction of the market. Be able to predict what is next and know that your product roadmap is going to meet it and if it's going to give you a competitive advantage or put you at a disadvantage. These external factors are critical to be able to determine the accuracy of that forecast. Always have a progress to goal check-in. Any more than once a month is too much. Any less than once every 3 months is nowhere near enough. So somewhere around that 30 to 50-day time frame, have a check-in with a progress to goal. Things change so dramatically in today's buyer landscape and customer journey. You could be on a roll at a 20 to 30% growth rate, and all of a sudden within a month that drops to zero. That's generally an indication that something came to market and it was marketed well enough to render your solution useless and have you have to go back to the drawing board. Know what's going on externally, have stand-ups and progress to goal meetings every 4 to 8 weeks, and stay on it and justify the forecast as you grow.
So then what is the data that's most important? What is the data that we need?
3 pieces of data that you have to have irrefutably accurate at all times.
Okay.
Your top of funnel. The top of funnel is simply this. They've come in, whether you reached out to them with a prospecting playbook that was effective. You can get one from us, by the way. But you've reached out with a playbook that was effective, brought somebody in the funnel. You're able to qualify them without friction. In other words, within 1 or 2 touch points, you know whether there's an ideal customer and there's a buying opportunity. And your close rates are over 30%. Ideally, they're 50 or more. If they're under 30%, your problem is either with your market, your message, or your offer. It could be all 3. Okay? So having that information at hand and continuously refining it is going to put you in a position to use that forecast as a planning tool, not only for who to hire and how to make them productive, but also what changes you have to make on your customer journey.
What is this week's tactic, technique, or tool, Kenan?
We've got a tool that no one else has that you have access to. It's called the Growth Acceleration Starting Grid. It's about 20 questions with some narrative, with some segmented categories, and with some very key insights into you, your market, and your value proposition. When you complete that Growth Acceleration Starting Grid, it populates a proprietary sales forecasting tool that we've built over 3 decades of launching and scaling businesses that's specifically curated to your business. Once you do that, you'll be given a meeting link to schedule 30 minutes with me for a growth readiness assessment and action plan based on your responses. That will prepare a forecasting tool based on top of funnel and mid funnel KPIs and the readiness for your offer, being easy to understand, try, and buy. That's going to put you in a position to isolate where the problems might be occurring and create a forecast that's not only justifiable, it's achievable year in and year out. Come get it. Click the QR code. Can't wait to see you.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you appreciated the episode, please leave a comment. Every little bit helps us help you. I'm Ben Wiggins on behalf of Sellerant. He's Kenan Rappuchi. Kenan, thanks for the insights today.
Anytime, man.
Thanks for tuning in to The Revenue Recipe. Let's go.